And the excitement already starting to crescendo, with fans gathering and streaming into the building. Happy Halloween! And you look at their injuries, down a starter and a reserve. That shuffles up the lineups a bit.
Yeah, 2 quality players out of action. That'll be a factor. The remaining players need to respond.
So the Hornets starting 5. It's Miller and Bridges teaming up at the forward spots. Smith out there with LaMelo Ball. And it's Williams in at the 5, roaming the paint. And for Golden State, Kuminga plays the 4 with Draymond sliding up to the 5. Curry and Pods make up the backcourt. And it's MP in at the 3. To the right side. For 3, Smith. Rebounded by Green. Well, Grant, to be here for some horrifying hoops on Halloween. You like that?
I do. That's pretty good, man. What could be scarier than losing on Halloween? Looks like a lot of the fans showed up with their Halloween spirit, so it should be fun for everyone choosing to spend their evening with us.
And the basket by MP.
What a finish by MP. He just finds a way to convert through contact.
And so it's Ball with it. He brings it up for Charlotte. Outplayed in the previous game on their schedule, losing to the Knicks.
You know, in that game, it was just too much disparity in effort level between the two teams, especially on the glass.
The poor rebounding is something that they'll have to shore up going forward. It puts you at such a disadvantage when you look at the battle of possessions.
Just taking it right to the rim, and no one was there to greet him.
Easy possessions like that literally are just a gift. You just dream of them. He'll gladly take those.
Charlotte, no good that time either.
The defense just giving him the easy look there. He's not going to miss that.
Grant, the Hornets are a team hoping to end a pretty substantial playoff drought.
Yeah, it's been a long time since they made a buzz in the postseason, but their return could be closer than people think. A few smart moves here or there might be all it takes.
Now here's Smith. He had a 15-point outing in their last game against New York.
And a big part of that was his aggressiveness, drawing contact and getting to the line.
Three-pointer, Bridges. Drops in the 3.
And they get that first bucket, 1 for 4 to start this game.
Here's Golden State. They defeated Washington in their last game.
Yeah, they connected from outside all game, and the defense had absolutely no answer for it.
And you talk to coaches around the league, and they'll tell you sometimes the ball just goes in. It's as simple as that.
This is just fun. These teams are trading threes back and forth.
This is today's NBA. Hey, we see this kind of exchange more often than not.
Now here's Ball. We saw him with 11 points in his last game. Shoots from the elbow. Yep, that one's good.
Yeah, terrific work from the mid-range. Ball has an impressive feel when to take these shots.
Let's check in with our reporter, Allie LaForce.
Head coach Steve Kerr and I got a chance to talk for a bit. I talked with Coach about LaMelo Ball and what he said to his guys before the game, and he said to me, I just told our guys to be active out there. LaMelo is an energetic, springy player, and we can't let him out-hustle and outwork us. LaMelo is a challenging assignment for any defense. We'll see how this unfolds. Guys?
Allie, thank you. For 3, Smith. And the rebound goes to the Warriors. And this is the first season matchup for them against this Hornets team.
Last year, they made easy work of this club, sweeping the 2-game season series.
These guys are looking forward to this year now, putting last season behind them.
And MP throws it down.
Oh, the defense is making it too easy for MP. When you let him get this close, he will finish it all night long.
There's a minute 34 left to play in the first. Grant, when you look at Draymond Green's career, you think he's going to the Hall of Fame?
You know, B.A., I believe so. He's won multiple titles, and we know how impactful he has been as a defender and distributor especially. I think we'll see him in Springfield one day.
Can't hit that one. Hornets trail by 4. Ball finds Smith. Ball left side, and the foul called on MP. That's his first foul. Now a timeout called by Charlotte.
Failing to find a rhythm offensively, something that needs to change and change soon.
And coach called his timeout to try and reset things on offense, shake them up a bit so they can hopefully start getting some shots to fall.
And some changes. Here's Post. He's coming off a 10-point game against New York. And Ball gets it to go.
Yeah, inside Ball has to rely on his agility. That's how he finds his way to close-range looks.
On the court for the Hornets. They've got Josh Okogie. LaMelo Ball is out there with Mitchell. And it's Salon in at the 4. Now here's MP.
Now that's how you use the screen right there.
And it leads to a thunderous finish. That was nice.
Yeah, you like the pick to set up the open shot, but when it leads to a dunk, okay, even better, you'll take it.
MP against Ball. Here's Okogie. Here's the pick. Ball outside. With the 10-footer. And it's off the back of the rim. No good. The Warriors lead by 7. MP right side. Back to Jackson Davis. MP against Ball. Here's MP. And the rebound goes to Charlotte.
And you got to give credit to the D for never giving up on the play and doing just enough to bother him at the rim.
Here's Okogie. He's guarded by Highland. Ball outside. Yes, sir! Ball hits a triple.
Setting each other up beautifully. I love it. 8 of their last 10 points coming off assists.
Here's Highland. Cash. It's MP picking up the assist. Highland's got his first bucket in this one.
And once more this half, they find a way to get great position inside.
The 3 from Ball. Diabate grabs the board. And so MP will bring it up for the Warriors. 6-point game. And from the sideline, let's catch up with Allie.
Thanks, guys. Well, MP in their last time out against the Wizards was outstanding. He dropped 27 points, and his range was on full display. He was a big reason they were able to snap that losing streak, using it as motivation. Guys?
Yeah, spot on, Allie. He was aggressive in that game. Really took initiative.
He really made an impact, and he'll be looking to repeat that kind of performance again tonight.
I completely agree. They should go to him early. If he gets hot, I think another big game is coming.
And Steve Kerr calls timeout. He wants a few moments to regroup with his players. And some changes here for the Warriors. Pajemski comes in for Kuminga, and it's Stephen Curry in for Highland. There's a minute 54 left to play in the half. Outside Pajemski, back to MP. Outside Curry. Pass to MP. Stolen by Mitchell. Miller outside. The 3 is up. No good, and that makes him 0 for 3.
I'll tell you what, they've been aggressive and they've been physical.
Well, Grant, when the money's on the line, the mid-range is still a big part of the elite player's game.
You're right, B.A. And really, it comes down to touch, obviously, and size certainly helps, and then the savvy and balance to create that space.
Drills it from deep. Miller's got his first 3 points of the game.
They're making a few more threes this quarter, trying to cut into that deficit.
On the wing, MP. Checked by Mitchell. From deep, MP. That one doesn't drop.
His consistency just hasn't been there this quarter in terms of his shooting.
Stolen by Mitchell. 3 on 3. Here's the 3. Miller can't get it to go. The Warriors lead by 5. Pass to Diabate. Back to MP. Puts up a deep three. Williams grabs the board.
Some people could say he's struggling on offense this period. I like to think of more of drowning. Just can't seem to find his confidence.
And it's Mitchell. The miss. Now Pajimski. No made baskets yet. Here's MP. MP gets it to go through contact.
I like that. Punch it inside. You usually end up with a good shot and or get fouled.
And so it's the Golden State Warriors closing out this quarter with a 7-point lead. Defense is setting the tone. All right, we'll get back to the action after this break.
Greetings, everybody. Before we review the first half, let's take an early season peek at how the Western Conference is shaking.
Well, looking at the Warriors, it's still early, and we don't want to get ahead of ourselves, but right now, they are easily the best team in the league.
Well, we knew they'd. And now, guys, it's time to talk about that challenging first half for the Charlotte Hornets.
It's not a huge deficit on the boards, but enough to where they're giving.
Appreciate you joining us. It's been our distinct.
And we're ready to get this second half of our Halloween broadcast going. MP really making a difference here.
Through the first 2 quarters, he's been on fire. Explosive offensive performance.
If they don't change their approach in the second half, let's just say his success will continue.
Curry and Pods make up the backcourt. Kuminga plays the 4 with Draymond sliding up to the 5. And it's
When to do right
in
dominant
forward
and
position.
behind,
So that's the group
and
out
you
there for
already
Golden
about
State.
B, you're not Monday.
And
Right
he's
dominant
going
and
to the line
behind.
for 2. The official saw contact while he was going up. And given LaMelo Ball is 6'7", how does this give him an advantage at his position, Grant?
Well, B.A., he's able to score on smaller guards as well as see over them and find his teammates. His height and quick decision-making are real weapons.
The Warriors lead by 8. Pass to MP. Outside Curry. Back to MP. And the rebound goes to Charlotte. Looking ahead, they've got the Cavaliers coming to town for their next one. And that kicks off a string of 3 home games for them. Gives us a chance to catch up with Allie LaForce.
Brian, the Warriors play a unique style predicated on passing and cutting off the ball. Stephen Curry said the main goal is to just force the defense to make as many decisions as you can. So with all that ball movement and body movement, they're going to mess up at some point. Brian?
Well, it helps having a weapon like Stephen Curry. Thanks, Allie. And the shot goes.
We've seen that more than once today. An effortless basket inside.
Now a timeout called by Charlotte. And now that they have some time to get a little bit of rest, it's time for these players to regroup while hydrating themselves with some Gatorade, looking to gain a boost of energy as they continue to play in this game.
And staying hydrated is the only surefire way to do it. An athlete's body doesn't have the same power and stamina without proper hydration. These guys will be sure to use this timeout wisely.
Love how selfless he is setting brick screens like this. Plays like that right there are what help create easy scoring opportunities.
MP, the pass to Curry. Back to MP. Ooh, stolen by Smith. Curry against Ball. Miller outside. Smith in the high post. Still no points.
Hey, sometimes the best looks don't equate to points.
Pass to Pajimski. Back to MP. Getting it done inside, MP.
Yeah, more points coming from inside. In that respect, they've been the more aggressive team.
Curry against Ball. Inside. Miller can't get it to go.
And they're doing strong work on the glass, a +5 advantage for them.
MP outside. Pass to Curry. Back to MP. That drops, and it comes off an assist from Curry. Curry's got 3 assists tonight.
They are passing the ball around tremendously right now.
Here's Smith. Now Miller, defended by Pajemski. For 3, Bridges. That one no good. The Warriors lead by 10. Pass to Green. Now here's MP. With some arc. Oh, it's blocked by Williams. And it goes out of bounds. Last touch by Williams. And Steve Kerr calls timeout here. He's going to talk it over with his guys. Diabate's checked in for him. And so it's Mitchell who brings up the ball for the Hornets. 4th quarter on the court for the Hornets. We've got Ball. He's out there with Mitchell. And it's Okogie in at the small forward position. Golden State has gone 7 of 11 from outside the arc. Nice percentage from distance so far.
And how sweet was that play?
Pinpoint pass, set up the alley-oop flush. Outside Mitchell. And here's Ball. Back to Mitchell. Fires from deep. Jackson Davis grabs a miss. Well, RJ, there have been so many great rivalries over the years. It's part of what makes the NBA special.
It elevates the league when there are great teams always meeting on the biggest stage. It makes everyone pay attention when the best players are matched up against each other.
Back to Mitchell. Covered by Jackson Davis. Here's Post. And the dunk to finish it off. A beauty.
A quality pass, setting up a quality shot. It's just textbook basketball.
Pass to MP.
Put that one-man show on Broadway.
That's one way to go with the alley-oop. For Charlotte, they've gotten just 1 shot to fall out of 3 attempts in the 4th. Back to Ball. From deep 3-point range. From beyond the arc and then some. Ball's got 9 points here in the second half.
His shot has been on point from the opening tip. He's pretty much kept them in the game.
Back to MP. There's the 3. Okogie pulls down the board. Charlotte has gone 1 of 2 from deep in this quarter. Ball no good. We're about 2 minutes into the 4th here. MP up top. Checked by Mitchell. From deep, MP. He buries it from 3. MP's got 29.
Yeah, when we talk about MP's unlimited potential, we're referring to nights like this one.
The 3 from Ball. Ball with another miss. The Warriors have gotten 4 of 5 attempts to fall so far in the 4th. Pass to Jackson Davis. MP inside. Hounded by Ball. Now the Hornets moving it up. Hey, Grant, when you look at the mentality of today's players, what are the differences from back in your day?
Well, B.A., through the wonders of technology, players interacting more directly with their fans and telling their own stories. Also, there's a brotherhood. It's a bit more brotherly, with players on different teams more friendly than in days past. And, you know, I'm not sure how I feel about that.
Heald's checked in for the Warriors. Smith, he's checked in for Charlotte. Here's Ball. 1:52 left to play in the 4th quarter. Again, the miss by the Hornets.
With the defense absent, that was a great opportunity, but no go.
Healed passes to MP. Here's Highland. Check by Mitchell. Back to MP. Let's go with a three. Mitchell grabs the miss. The Hornets have gotten 3 of 8 shot attempts to find the net here in the fourth quarter.
And what a complete performance we saw from them. A dominant win in every way for the Warriors.
And you don't usually see this kind of blowout, but tonight they delivered the punishment.
I mean, what's so impressive is they never wavered in their approach. They just kept at it and showed they were without a doubt the better team.
And it's a performance that will signify their 5th win of the year.
And with this one all but in the record books, they set the tone in the first of what will be only 2 meetings between these teams.
And when you look at the game, the one thing that helped fuel this team to victory was the efficiency for MP.
And he's been a well-oiled machine on offense, keeping things simple on this end, getting the looks that he wanted, knocking him down.
Pass to Schroeder. MP outside. Shoots. Mitchell grabs a miss. Payton with it. Now guarded by MP. Outside Mitchell. Nurkic a screen on Schroeder. Mitchell against Schroeder. Mitchell, the pass to Payton. 6 on the shot clock. Here's Nurkic. Connects. The jumper drops. Here's MP. To the paint. Oh, stolen by Payton. And so Golden State takes this one, and by a big margin. They didn't have too many problems tonight.
They didn't. Just a tremendous team.
Right, MP. They can't stop you. MP got the job done tonight, as usual.